despair painted each breath into visible puffs, winter's lingering touch. Adorn the landscape with frost, twinkling beneath the pre-dawn sky's tender pink and gold, clutching a ladder never destined to reach my absent father. I trudged forward, each step a silent testament to the emotional chasm I sought to bridge through prayer. Lord of mercy, I whispered into the frosty air. Guide me through the echoes of what might have been. Reveal the steps I fear to take. The wind cradled my plea, embracing me in a stillness filled with divine presence, urging me forward, heart open to the holy vastness, kneeling on cold stone. Night enveloped the landscape as I reached the ancient chapel nestled in the woods. Its timeless presence exuded solemn dignity. Inside, the air was cool and sacred, mingling age with wood and candle scents, wrapping around me with comfort and tranquility as I knelt at the altar, its ancient stones cold beneath me. I laid my heart bare. Shepherd of my soul, I prayed, my voice trembling. Why do I cling to this hurt? Help me look beyond pain. Tears fell, joined with the cold stone, each drop a prayer of vulnerability and hope. Silence filled the chapel, charged with expectant grace, like angels holding their breath. A warmth blossomed in my heart, an undeniable assurance, whispering truths beyond words. Plant the seed of faith even when the sky is dark. The whispers seem to say I understood then. I must pursue forgiveness even if it seemed futile. Courage and faith were my guides, demanded by the divine whisper. A turning call to a distant father. Rain began to fall softly as I descended the mountain, each drop a note in a divine melody of renewal and hope. The letters stayed tucked securely in my jacket, unsent yet significant, a testament to the transformation within. Arriving home, a divine whisper urged me to reconnect, inviting love where fear had thrived. I dialed a number long unused, each ring echoing with faith, each pause a leap into the unknown. The future held tenderly by grace, my father's voice, strange yet familiar, wove a tapestry of lost time and unspoken love. Dad, I began, a fragile bridge over turbulent waters. It's been too long, I've missed you. This simple act of reaching out revealed the Holy One's guiding hand, a gentle urging towards healing, planting hope where silence had ruled our conversation. Tentative and woven with past hurts, carried warmth, a gentle rain upon dry soil, the beginning of renewal, a relationship mending under grace's watchful eye. Oh Lord, who guides the lost and heals the broken, thank you for the courage to reach out in faith. Transform my heart with your love and nurture the seeds of renewal you have sown. Let the rain of your grace bring forth new life. Amen. As dawn stretched its pale gold light across the city, Amelia Cole entered the hushed corridor of St. Luke's Hospital. The cool morning air nipped at her cheeks, a gentle reminder of the world stirring awake beyond the glass doors. Within the fluorescent lit ER, a symphony of ringing phones and brisk footsteps echoed, punctuating the silence like a heartbeat, each note preluding stories of human frailty and resilience. Amelia cradled a steaming cup of weak coffee, feeling its warmth seep through her scrubs. A deep breath filled her lungs with antiseptic coffee and hope. She took her place behind the reception desk, ready for the city's relentless pulse to manifest in the form of people, each with a story, each seeking solace. Every name, every face would challenge her memory and compassion. With a quiet breath, she whispered her first prayer of the day. Help me see them, Lord, let me remember that every name I write is known to you. This silent petition grounded her in the sea of suffering and healing. The morning rush poured in like a torrent, and the ER was swallowed by urgency and desperation. Amelia juggled phone calls, scribbling names and numbers, her fingers deftly navigating the chaos. vibrations was almost a ballet amidst the flurry of movement and emotion. Amidst the clamor, a piercing cry rose, a mother's heart-wrenching wail, raw and unfiltered, echoing with a depth that could shatter glass. Amelia's heart clenched instinctively, recognizing the sound of a parent confronting the unthinkable. The woman's child, a small boy with hair like spun gold, lay still under a thin blue sheet, surrounded by medical professionals. In the eye of the storm, Amelia met the woman's gaze, a tunnel of fear, silently pleading for the impossible. It was a sacred moment of connection. Bowing her head, Amelia prayed, Holy One, be the healer, be the comfort. Let your peace fall here. Her silent words reached out like a lifeline, seeking divine intervention amidst the chaos. Her heart ached to bear some of the grieving mother's burden, and her prayer felt like a bridge across the chasm of despair. As dusk draped the city in deepening shadows, turning windows into glowing pools of amber, the frantic energy of the earth settled into a more stable rhythm. Amelia, feeling the day's toll, slipped outside for a moment of reprieve. The air was cool, heavy with unfulfilled promises of rain, and she leaned against the hospital's brick wall, closing her eyes to the weight of stories she couldn't carry alone. In that sacred solitude, Amelia's heart unburdened itself in a prayerful surrender. Shepherd of my soul, take what I cannot bear. Teach me to listen for your voice. There in the twilight's quiet embrace, her prayer was born of exhaustion and unwavering faith, awaiting for whispers louder than internal chaos. Re-entering the bustling air, a subtle shift occurred within her, a gentle assurance she was not alone. It was as if an invisible hand lifted some burdens, allowing her to move through the remaining hours with newfound strength. Each patient a reminder of divine attention and care. An unexplainable peace flooded her spirit, as if the Lord himself walked with her among the rows of beds, his presence a balm for her weary soul. Echoes at dusk as her shift closed, the earth settled into the lull of nightfall. Amelia gathered her belongings, her mind echoing with names and faces. Yet instead of weariness, she felt profound stillness and peace. The prayers she had whispered throughout the day had not gone unanswered. She glanced around the dimming room, now a landscape of soft voices and gentle movements, as staff continued their
Morning
Morning crept slowly, washing the horizon with fragile gold across the dry, cracked earth. Caleb Walker, seasoned by toil, stood at the edge of his parched fields, his weathered face, etched with each wrinkle, mirrored a landscape of lost promise. The drought, the longest in Harrow Valley's memory, had left the land barren and its people despaired at Caleb's boots, sank into the dust where fertile soil once thrived, his heart heavy as he surveyed his family's legacy, now a hushed lullaby silenced by despair. Shepherd of my soul, he whispered the prayer, a quiet plea against the dawn's gentle breath. Guide me through this barren land. His voice, raw and searching, rose from the depths of his soul. Kneeling, he spread his hands wide, yearning to touch the heart of the earth, but felt only stillness, echoing his fears. Weary eyes lifted to the dim horizon, seeking light in what seemed the dimming of hope. The sun grew oppressive by mid-morning, casting judgment like rays. Life's trials bore down on Caleb as he traced weary paths. A pilgrim lost in a desert, he halted, eyes scanning the sky for hidden mercy. With heaviness in his bones, he knelt in the barren fields, the ground an abyss of burdens. Lord of mercy, Caleb cried out, his voice shaking, words raw with desperation. The air was thick with unspoken fears. Have you forgotten us in this desert? My children hunger, my wife weeps, and I am lost. His tender cry dissipated into the silence, his constant companion. Desperation surged, nearly overwhelming him, as tears carved paths down his sun-baked cheeks. Yet a gentle breeze whispered by, grace's touch reminding him he was not alone. Time dragged slowly, shadows stretching long as dreams deferred. Late afternoon found Caleb at the old oak tree, its roots deep and steadfast. Even in harsh times the tree stood as a testament to endurance. Caleb placed a calloused hand against its rough bark, feeling the eternal connection. Divine counselor, he began, voice calmer. Forgive my doubts, I trust your wisdom and surrender my fears. Show me the way, and I will follow. His words hung in the air, a renewed covenant with his creator. A profound calm settled over him, deep deeper than any in months. A single cloud softened the light, offering momentary reprieve. Then he sensed it, a nudge, a whisper in his soul. Let the window open to dawn. Caleb resolved to trust not just in rain, but in nurturing the spirit within those he loved. The first return of rain. Night descended, stars appearing like distant prayers. When Caleb heard soft patter against the window, it was subtle, hesitant, testing the earth's readiness. He rushed outside, rejuvenated, embraced by the cool rain. Rain. Under the moon, droplets glittered on the ground, each a testimony of faith renewed. Caleb held out his hands, palms raised to the heavens, capturing the miracle. Tiny rivers of hope seeping into him. A wide, unburdened smile spread across his face, releasing long-carried burdens. This was not just rain, it was hope reborn, the spirit renewed. Holy One, keeper of promises, thank you for the rain that quenches our thirst. Teach me to open my heart to your dawn, to trust in your presence, felt even in silence. May I always seek you. Rain or shine. Amen. Hands open to heaven, heaven, the echo of dawn, the quivering dawn unfolded with a tender embrace. Its pale gold light spilling like liquid transparency through the worn curtains of the Aurora reception, casting soft, ethereal reflections on the stark, sterile white walls. The cool air circulated a hint of freshly brewed coffee, though it was weak and lifeless, more a companion for warmth than for its taste or aroma. Sarah, the eater receptionist, wrapped her hands around the cup, allowing its gentle heat to seep into her weary fingers as she settled into her well-worn chair, its familiar creak offering comfort amidst the chaos. The incessant ringing of telephones felt like an orchestra of dissonant bells, each call a harbinger of another soul in distress. Her tired eyes drifted aimlessly across the waiting room, landing on a family huddled around a weeping woman. They spoke in hushed, solemn tones, their faces a poignant portrait portrait of anguish, mixed with glimmers of fragile hope. For a moment, Sarah closed her eyes, drawing a deep, steadying breath, and whispered a prayer from the depths of her soul. Lord of mercy, let me see them as you do. Help me remember their names, even as many pass through. Her words carried the weight of sincerity, rising like incense on the crisp morning air. A longing for divine clarity amidst human confusion. As the dawn matured into a bustling morning, the pace quickened, the once quiet Aurora now a sea of frenetic activity. A sudden rush of patients spilled through the doors, each with urgent needs, each requiring immediate attention, compassion, and the right paperwork. Sarah's fingers moved rapidly across her keyboard, her mind a whirl of activity, yet her heart felt the familiar heaviness of sympathy and empathy. A young boy, pale as winter's breath, was rushed past her by a father whose urgency was palpable. Eyes wide with fear, his whispered prayer, "Please, God, please," echoed in Sarah's soul like a haunting refrain. The weight of those words settling heavily upon her heart. Seeking solace, she ducked behind her desk for a moment, her hands clasped tightly, knuckles white. Holy One, I pray for strength. Let me be your hands and voice. Let these souls find peace in your presence. This burden is yours. Guide me today. Her crisis prayer spiraled upward, a desperate reach toward heaven, where she hoped divine assistance would meet her earnest request. The turning of the heart, Sarah's shift wore on the phones, never relenting, the faces continuing to blur into a mosaic of anxious expressions and silent pleas. Yet amid the chaos, she felt an imperceptible shift, a gentle nudge from the divine, urging her to stop striving and start listening. With her heart she let go, hands metaphorically open, ready to receive rather than run from the moment. Her heart softened as she began to truly see not just the need, but the person and their story behind it. At midday, the cool air wafted in with the family, the scent of autumn leaves clinging to their coats as they moved past her. A woman approached Sarah with eyes alight with gratitude. "Thank you for your kindness," she said, pressing a folded note into Sarah's hand before rushing to her recovering loved one. In the ensuing brief solitude, Sarah unfolded the note and read the simple yet profound inscription. Psalm 23, a gentle reminder that the shepherd of her soul was near her as she navigated the tumult. She felt the transformation stirring deep within, a quiet courage taking root, ready to embrace the myriad lives intersecting her path. Living with open hands as the afternoon sunlight streamed through the expansive glass windows, painting the room with hopeful glow. Sarah found herself greeting each person with renewed purpose, her spirit buoyed by grace. She remembered names, forged connections with stories, and whispered prayers over the silent spaces that others walk through, tending to their hidden wounds. An elderly man, his skin lined like the bark of a wise old tree, approached her desk with slow, measured steps. It's just a routine check, he chuckled, his voice carrying the weight of years. But at my age, one never knows. Sarah's laugh joined his, their shared mirth blending into a brief, holy moment of shared humanity. unseen hand of assurance out there. Dusk at the shelter, the sun sets as I enter the shelter. Shadows stretching up the walls like whispered prayers. The air thick with the scent of soup and damp wool evokes childhood memories of warmth and belonging. Dusty window light paints the room in golden shadow, reluctant to yield tonight. Voices mix in a hum of hope and weariness, each one a story etched by time. Volunteering here, I aim to bring comfort amid the nightly chaos. As I arrange blankets, my fingers find one too thin for the cold. We're one blanket short, the chill seeps through cracked windows, pricking my skin. The missing blanket hits hard. I close my eyes, whispering a prayer to the Lord of mercy. Please provide warmth where there seems to be none. I plead softly, my words feel small, but I send them skyward, trusting in the dawn to come. The shelter overflows with people. A mother and child catch my eye. The little one shivering, blanketed only by need. Panic surges like a cold wave. I retreat to a quiet corner, bowing my head. I release a shaky breath. Holy One, we are desperate. I murmur my voice like a leaf in the wind. There's not enough. In the silence I seek solace, hoping God hears. Amidst human clamor, a gentle nudge reassures me. God's unseen hand at work, trust and act. It whispers, calming my soul. Trust in action, renewed clarity steadies me. My gaze drops to my sturdy shoes, a past gift of comfort. Now they seem destined for another purpose. I kneel untying them, the cool floor biting through my socks. Approaching the mother, offer the shoes here, take these. I say, my voice firm with faith, her eyes wide with gratitude glisten. A silent thank you, a prayer answered beneath this humble roof. The child's smile breaks through the cold mask of weariness, a fleeting yet eternal impact. A turning prayer under the soft glow of evening windows. I sit with my thoughts, heart full of emotions. I offer another prayer, grateful and trusting. Shepherd of my soul, forgive my doubt. Thank you for guiding me. Help me trust the unseen. Peace descends like a gentle snowfall, transforming the shelter's atmosphere. It's no longer weighed by scarcity, but lifted by giving a refuge. Not just in bricks, but in kindness. I see it in warm smiles, whisper gratitude weaving through the air like threads of hope. Lord of light, we thank you for your guiding hand. Through you, we find strength and courage. May we always listen for your whispers, lead us to be your hands and feet in the world. Amen. unsent letter. The mountain road wound under the pale dawn, winter holding tightly, yet whispering of spring beneath the frost. Ellie moved along the path, clutching a crumpled, unsent letter intended for her estranged father, a plea for reconciliation. Her steps crunched the leaves, echoing her inner turmoil amidst the silence. Ellie knelt on cold stone at the summit, the letter held to her heart. Lord of mercy, she whispered, her breath melding with the morning air. I'm lost, and I can't do this alone. I need your guidance. Her prayer, a thread of faith, rose silently, seeking transformation and peace. In the silence, she felt a gentle nudge in her soul, a promise of renewal, like the first bud pushing through frost. The burden she carried lightened, shared by unseen hands. A flicker of hope ignited. A distant call, returning home. Morning light softened the world, lightening Ellie's heart despite the letter's weight in her pocket. Back in her kitchen, the lamps glow, underskirt the divine whispers from the mountain. She tried again, pen trembling over a fresh page. Father, she wrote, I've missed you. I want to mend the broken pieces. Her words built a bridge over their divide. Tears blurred her vision, but she continued. She prayed, surrendering her worries. Shepherd of my soul, grant me courage and peace. Help me bridge the distance between us. The courage to act, the letter and headed to the post office. The air had slightly warmed, a promise of life in the breeze. Each step was guided by her shepherd towards a hopeful touch. At the post office she hesitated, the letter tied in her grip. Her father's distant image loomed as unyielding as the mountain, steadying her courage. A gentle conviction enveloped her, warming her spirit. I am with you always, echoed in her soul, a sacred reminder of divine presence. Resolved, she handed the letter to the clerk, watching it join others, a symbolic act, marking both an end and a beginning. She exhaled deeply, feeling liberation wash over her. Ellie emerged into sunlight, inhaling hope. The uncertain path ahead was now interwoven with healing, faith and newfound courage. The world, vast and inviting, seemed ready to welcome anew. Holy One, in my moments moments of doubt and fear, be my guiding light. Grant me strength to seek reconciliation and wisdom to act with love. May your peace be the compass of my soul, leading me towards the dawn of new beginnings with grace. Amen. The winter of doubt. Winter's chills seep through the stone walls of St. Mark's Seminary. I wandered the echoing halls, each step a hollow drum beat matching my inner cacophony. Clarity eluded me amid my doubts about my path in life. The day's lectures grated against my bones, and the bare branches outside scratched incessantly at the chapel windows, the wind conspiring to unsettle me. Desperate for solace, I slipped into the dimly lit chapel, hoping for warmth and peace. The flickering sanctuary lamp cast a soft glow over the wooden pews. In the front row sat Father Thomas, serene and untouched by turmoil. His tranquility highlighted my unrest, hesitating, feeling like an intruder in a sacred space. With trepidation, I knelt beside a pew, trying to calm my restless mind enough to pray. The words were hesitant, raw, stumbling from my heart as I whispered, "Lord of mercy, are you truly calling me? Or is it my pride?" My questions lingered, fragile echoes of my plea. But the only response was the creak of old wood and the mournful winter wind, leaving a chill in my soul. A silent witness. Father Thomas' silence was a gentle nudge to listen with my heart. His presence was a testament to unwavering faith, like a lighthouse amidst a storm. The shadows lengthened, yet he remained unmoved, a sentinel of trust and devotion. I lowered my eyes, weighed down by my questions. Days later, I sought refuge in the library's shadows. Father Thomas approached, offering no instruction, only an invitation. "Join me in the chapel tonight," he said, his voice a steady echo of a well-trodden path leading somewhere safe. That evening, as spring whispers battled winter's grip, I returned to the chapel. The air was still, candles burning resolutely. We sat in silence that spoke louder than any sermon, and instead of questioning, I listened. The spring of surrender. Weeks passed, and with each silent evening in prayer, I thawed under the Lord's gaze. One night, my mind quieted enough to hear a new truth, a gentle prompting, a whisper of hope. "Let forgiveness mend the bone," it seemed to say. I realized my doubt was a fracture of unforgiveness. Unforgiveness towards myself, a storm within. I had tried to shape my identity with brittle self-reproach, convinced of my unworthiness. It was time to let go, to allow the divine potter to reshape me. With resolve I knelt, praying earnestly, Shepherd of my soul, I release my failures to you, heal what is broken within me, and let your love guide my steps. The prayer unfolded as a surrender, a tide retreating, leaving the sands renewed, ready for grace.
summer of transformation. As the chapel filled with summer's warmth, I felt change within, a budding resilience akin to spring blossoms. My steps grew lighter, my heart attuned to divine grace. A melody the soul hears, Father Thomas offered a gentle smile, acknowledging my transformation through prayer and listening. With renewed strength, I embraced seminary tasks, not obligations but a calling, each moment a sacred opportunity to serve and grow. The Lord reached into my despair, pulling me into light and purpose. I stood renewed, a testament to divine forgiveness and love. Saying the heart sorry. Acti echoes in the night. The cathedral, cloaked in the quiet grandeur of midnight, stood as my solemn refuge against the ceaseless clamor of the world, beyond my footsteps whispered beneath its ancient arches. Each step a solemn cadence in the hallowed silence. The mop moved in a gentle rhythm across the stone floor, water glistening under the dim light before retreating into shadows. Like the ebb and flow of midnight tides, though spring hovered tantalizingly close, winter's chill still clung to the air, a stubborn ghost refusing to depart. The cathedral, with its vast expanse and towering spires, was both a sanctuary and a silent witness to my unvoiced yearnings. It vibrated with an eternal hum, as if cradling the prayers and hopes of countless souls who had sought solace within its walls. The organ, a majestic presence even in its silence, began a soft, murmurous life, notes wafting upwards, filling the arches with a blend of awe and comfort. My heart stirred, lifting my eyes towards the stained glass windows. There, under the gentle caress of the moonlight, angels and saints gazed down, painted vividly in hues softened by the night's glow. My spirit, burdened by loneliness, yearned to blend with the celestial choir overhead, to transcend the earthly and touch the divine. Lord of mercy, I prayed, my voice a quiet plea, drifting skyward like incense in the still air. Am I more than these echoes? Do you hear me? The silence that followed felt profound, not empty. As if wrapped in an unseen embrace, a presence deeply felt enfolding me like warmth on a winter's night. As hours drifted by, marked by the slow, solemn tolling of the cathedral bells, The sacred space became my confessional, a place where shadows of my past gathered, their presence heavier than the burden of my steps. Each sweep of the mop felt like a desperate attempt to cleanse not just the floor, but my own spirit, now heavy with regret. The silence, once a comfort, grew oppressive, echoing with the recollections of my failures and the hurt I had caused. Shepherd of my soul, I cried out, my grasp on the mop tight, as though it were a lifeline anchoring me to truth. I am lost, I do not know how to make things right. My voice pierced the stillness, the mop slipping from my fingers, clattering against stone. Tears flowed freely, mingling with the soapy water. As I knelt, my heart laid bare before the Almighty. In my vulnerability, a warmth settled over me, as though a comforting voice whispered the power of the hard sorry, urging me to seek the forgiveness I so desperately needed. An unseen hand seemed to rest lightly on my shoulder, imbuing me with both comfort and conviction, a gentle push towards the path of reconciliation. As the night script loosened, the cathedral was gradually washed in the gentle hues of dawn, a light that passed through stained glass, bathing the floor with colors of redemption. The soft morning sun, with its promise, caressed away the night's shadows. Kneeling once more, heart pounding with newfound resolve, I prayed, Holy One, give me courage to face the pain I've caused, to say the hard sorry. The prayer etched itself onto my heart, a gentle imperative guiding my every step. Rising, I set the mop aside, not just an instrument of cleansing, but now a symbol of my determination to heal more than just the stone beneath my feet. A journey lay ahead, fraught with challenges, a journey of redemption and reconciliation. I sought out those wounded by my actions, offering apologies long overdue. Fear shadowed my steps, whispering doubts, but the promise of grace urged me forward. Each sorry uttered was a key, unlocking the heavy chains of guilt and allowing the gentle flow of forgiveness to wash over my soul. In the light of day, reconciliation began to bloom, fragile but filled with hope, much like the first buds of spring. A whisper within affirmed my actions, a prodigal son returning to the loving embrace of the Father. New beginnings. Spring unfurled its gentle glory, a tapestry of hope and renewal woven into the very air. As buds peeked shyly from branches that winter had stripped bare, the cathedral buzzed with life, the rich notes from the organ resonating harmoniously with my renewed spirit. My heart felt light, buoyed by the grace of forgiveness given and received. In my nightly vigils, prayerful gratitude replaced solitude. No longer did echoes sing back as empty sounds. Instead, they reverberated with the harmony of new beginnings, a testament to transformation and the promise of dawn after the darkest night. Gracious Lord, you hear the cries of the heart, and in your light, shadows dissolve. Strengthen me to walk the path of courage, to give and receive forgiveness. Let my life echo your mercy, and may your grace be my guide. Amen.
the dusty path.
The desert wind howled against the aging bus, whispering ancient secrets wound tightly in grains of sand that draped across the landscape like a worn tapestry. Sarah pressed her forehead against the cool window, watching the golden dunes undulate as far as her eyes could see. The endless stretch of wilderness mirrored the tumult within her heart, an intricate blend of apprehension and an unquenchable yearning for something more profound. In her lap was a well-worn book, its cover weathered by years of hopeful thumbings. A frayed tassel nestled between pages like a steadfast companion. The words within, underlined with care, Psalm 23, offered whispers of guidance she desperately sought to embrace. Her fingers, slightly trembling, turned the pages in search of solace. As the bus jostled over the uneven path, Sarah whispered her first prayer, a barely audible confession beneath the engine's relentless drone. God, help me, I'm afraid of what tomorrow brings. I can't face it alone. Her eyes fluttered closed, letting the words spill freely from her heart, hoping that the Holy One could hear the silent storm within her soul. Her mind clung to the psalm, a lifeline amidst the desert's daunting uncertainty. She inhaled deeply, allowing the ancient promise to seep into her weary spirit, fortifying her resolve. Act 2. The Stranger's Verse. The bus screeched to a halt at a desolate outpost, marked only by a humble shack that offered travelers respite and steaming cups of tea. Sarah stepped out onto the sun-baked earth, the dust swirling playfully around her sandaled feet. Inside, the aroma of spiced tea infused with cardamom and cinnamon was comforting, reminiscent of her faraway home. While she usually preferred solitude, this day felt different, as though it beckoned for the comfort of companionship. She found herself seated across from an elderly man whose eyes sparkled with the light of hidden wisdom. He deftly poured tea into a chip lid, offering it to her with a smile that seemed to convey an entire life's worth of stories. "Courage, my dear," he said softly, his voice a balm on her anxious spirit. "We all travel through deserts." Sarah nodded slowly, the warmth of companionship loosening the tight grip around her heart. The man produced a small scrap of paper, worn from much handling, and slid it gently across the table. "A verse for your journey," he offered with a gentle nod. Sarah unfolded it with hands that trembled slightly, her eyes tracing the familiar words, an echo of the assurance she had been silently pleading for. As she read, the weight of anxiety began to shift, like shadows revealing the blessing of light, and hope crept quietly into her heart, soothing her closer to peace. Act 3. Confession and Courage. Back on the bus, Sarah clutched the verse tightly, feeling a gentle nudge as though a shepherd was guiding his precious flock. It was time, she realized, to face her fears and find the courage she had long suppressed as dust settled over the horizon. bathing the rugged landscape in a forgiving light of gold and lavender. Sarah bowed her head once more. Lord of mercy, she prayed, her voice gaining strength and resolve. Give me the courage to confess my fears, to bring them into the light. With each heartfelt word, she felt the heavy burden on her shoulders lighten, as if transferring her cares into the hands of the one who holds all tomorrows. The bus rumbled steadily into a small town, a place she had dreaded, yet now faced with a calm resolve. She stepped off, each footfall an act of quiet faith, moving steadily toward reconciliation and the hope of healing. Act 4. Light revealed. Sarah stood poised before the door she had avoided for so long in her nightmares, where fears lay embedded in misunderstanding and the scars of pain. Her hand hesitated over the doorknob, but the Holy One's presence whispered intimately to her, "Do not fear." With renewed courage, she turned the knob, stepping into the forgiving light of reconciliation inside. Faces she feared had been lost to her forever, her family waiting, eager for the healing she prayed would come. She breathed deeply, her heart beating a steady rhythm, prepared to speak with truth and love, trusting grace to guide her words and bind their wounded hearts. Gracious shepherd of my soul, thank you. Act I, the call of the night. Rain softly tapped against the hospital windows, each droplet a tiny messenger on the emergency ward's pane. Shadows danced on the walls, orchestrated by a flickering lamp, determined to pierce the darkness with its steady light. Alone in the waiting area, I was engulfed by the sharp, sterile smell of antiseptic mingling with the damp, earthy aroma of rain. My heart felt heavy, burdened by uncertainty. Every tick of the clock painfully marked time slipping away. The call had come just after midnight, a jolt wrenching me from sleep. A nurse's voice, calm yet urgent, informed me of my father's critical condition. Her words shattered the night's fragile serenity, plunging me into a vigil stretching endlessly. As rain continued its descent, I bowed my head, emitting a shaky breath that echoed my plea. Lord of mercy, I whisper, my voice barely audible. Please guide the doctor's hands, let your will be done, but spare us from losing him now. The corridor was quiet, save for the hum of machines, an occasional footstep. A nurse passed by.
offering a compassionate nod, reassuring yet unsettling, a reminder that life and death share the same face here. Her presence mirrored the duality of hope and despair, filling the space like the uneasy dance between rain and light. Time blurred as I sat there, my mind swirling with memories and fears. The echo of Psalm 23 offered fleeting solace. Though I walked through the valley, but it was the valley itself that gripped me. Vast and unfathomable. I rose, paced the hallway, propelled by restless energy. My footsteps were soundless, yet each seemed weighted with silent questions. Stopping at a window, I watched the rain cascade onto streetlights, each drop a moment of clarity in the heart lit by divine grace. Shepherd of my soul, I prayed aloud, feeling a shift within. Help me to trust, to listen, to find what you want me to in this night. The words came from a place deeper than fear, a hope, it was surrender, a laying down of arms as I spoke. A quiet assurance enveloped me. God was present, guiding me through the darkness. A beacon in the storm, returning to my seat. My phone vibrated, a touch from the world outside. A message from my estranged sister appeared. Our father's crisis, a key unlocking a door long sealed by pride. With trembling fingers I typed, "Can we talk?" An olive branch extended in the night, a gesture toward reconciliation. Soon my phone buzzed again, her response immediate, surprising. Yes, I'm here. And seeking solace, I had found courage to forgive, to reconcile. The lamp beside me flickered, then steadied, casting a glow that chased shadows away. It was as if the light witnessed this small miracle, a testament to prayer's power and the grace it can unleash. Commune in the quiet, the nurse returned, nearing the end of her shift. She paused by my side, sensing the transformation within me. "It's a long night," she said softly, her voice a balm to my spirit. But the rain cleanses, leaves the earth refreshed. I nodded, her words settling into my spirit like morning dew, a reminder of renewal amid despair. Together we stood in silence, eyes closed, listening for God's whisper in the spaces between breaths. In that sacred pause I felt an eternal embrace, affirming that darkness held no dominion over the light within. It was a moment of communion, an unseen hand upon my shoulder, reassuring I was not alone. The nurse's quiet presence became its own prayer, a soft hymn of hope against the night's backdrop. Holy One, in the quiet of night, me wisdom and grace to seek, and strength to find peace in your will. Thank you for the light you bring. Amen. Saying the heart sorry. Echoes in the night. The cathedral, cloaked in the quiet grandeur of midnight, stood as my solemn refuge against the ceaseless clamor of the world. Beyond my footsteps whispered beneath its ancient arches, each step a solemn cadence in the hallowed silence. The mop moved in a gentle rhythm across the stone floor, water glistening under the dim light before retreating into shadows like the ebb and flow of midnight tides. Though spring hovered tantalizingly close, winter's chill still clung to the air, a stubborn ghost refusing to depart. The cathedral, with its vast expanse and towering spires, was both a sanctuary and a silent witness to my unvoiced yearnings. It vibrated with an eternal hum, as if cradling the prayers and hopes of countless souls who had sought solace within its walls. The organ, a majestic presence, even in its silence, began a soft, murmurous life, notes wafting upwards, filling the arches with a blend of awe and comfort. My heart stirred, lifting my eyes towards the stained glass windows. There, under the gentle caress of the moonlight, angels and saints gazed down, painted vividly in hues softened by the night's glow. My spirit, burdened by loneliness, yearned to blend with the celestial choir overhead, to transcend the earthly and touch the divine. Lord of mercy, I prayed, my voice a quiet plea, drifting skyward like incense in the still air. Am I more than these echoes? Do you hear me? The silence that followed felt profound, not empty, as if wrapped in an unseen embrace. A presence deeply felt enfolding me like warmth on a winter's night. As hours drifted by, marked by the slow, solemn tolling of the cathedral bells, the sacred space became my confessional, a place where shadows of my past gathered, their presence heavier than the burden of my steps. Each sweep of the mop felt like a desperate attempt to cleanse not just the floor, but my own spirit, now heavy with regret. The silence, once a comfort, grew oppressive, echoing with the recollections of my failures and the hurt I had caused. Shepherd of my soul, I cried out, my grasp on the mop tight, as though it were a lifeline anchoring me to truth. I am lost, I do not know how to make things right. My voice pierced the stillness, the mop slipping from my fingers, clattering against stone. Tears flowed freely, mingling with the soapy water as I knelt, my heart laid bare before the Almighty. In my vulnerability, a warmth settled over me, as though a comforting voice whispered the power of the heart sorry, urging me to seek the forgiveness I so desperately needed. An unseen hand
The cathedral was gradually washed in the gentle hues of dawn, a light that passed through stained glass, bathing the floor with colors of redemption. The soft morning sun with its promise caressed away the night shadows. Kneeling once more, heart pounding with newfound resolve, I prayed, Holy One, give me courage to face the pain I've caused, to say the hard sorry. Onto my heart, a gentle and imperative guiding my every step. Rising, I set the mop aside, not just an instrument of cleansing, but now a symbol of my determination to heal more than just the stone beneath my feet. A journey lay ahead, fraught with challenges, a journey of redemption and reconciliation. I sought out those wounded by my actions, offering apologies long overdue. Fear shadowed my steps, whispering doubts, but the promise of grace urged me forward. Each sorry uttered was a key, unlocking the heavy chains of guilt and allowing the gentle flow of forgiveness to wash over my soul. In the light of day, reconciliation began to bloom, fragile but filled with hope. Much like the first buds of spring, a whisper within affirmed my actions. A prodigal son returning to the loving embrace of the Father. Spring unfurled its gentle glory, a tapestry of hope and renewal woven into the very air as buds peeked shyly from branches that winter had stripped bare. The cathedral buzzed with life, the rich notes from the organ resonating harmoniously with my renewed spirit. My heart felt light, buoyed by the grace of forgiveness given and received. In my nightly vigils, prayerful gratitude replaced solitude. No longer did echoes sing back as empty sounds. Instead, they reverberated with the harmony of new beginnings, a testament to transformation and the promise of dawn after the darkest night. Gracious Lord, you hear the held plans and open hearts. Acti, rest stop under cosmic canvas. As night softly fell, I brought my rumbling truck to a halt at a lonely rest area. The rain's gentle patter created a rhythmic symphony, each droplet meeting the asphalt in a soft embrace. This melody danced beneath flickering orange lights, casting long shadows that caressed the surrounding darkness. Above, a starry tapestry unfolded, a heavenly dome both infinitely distant and intimately near, silently watching over those seeking solace. Leaning back in the worn seat, my eyes traced the celestial patterns while my heart bore the weight of unsaid words and squandered moments. My regrets swirled like raindrops on the windshield, pressing relentlessly upon me. Chief among them was the strained bond with my daughter, a taut thread pulled by unspoken hurts and misunderstandings, silently pleading for reconciliation. Lord of mercy, I murmured into the quiet, the cab echoing my plea. Help me forgive myself, I know I've held my plans too tightly, pushed when I should have listened. My voice trembled, carrying these confessions heavenward, hoping they would rise above the guilt clattering in my heart. As I prayed, a gentle calm began to soothe my restless spirit, a warmth amid the night's chill, a whispered promise of grace and hope intertwined with an uncertain future. The rain eased, leaving the air renewed. As if the earth sighed with relief, I closed my eyes, breathing deeply of this cleansing air, allowing memories to unfold. My daughter's laughter, her once unwavering trust, yet these tender echoes were overshadowed by recent pains. Sharp exchanges and words laced with disappointment, each one a deeper cut. Despair surged anew, threatening to drown my soul. Holy One, I cried, my voice cracking with longing. How do I make it right? Show me the way forward. The question lingered in the cab, my heart pounding desperately, ears straining for divine whisperings above my weary thoughts. A profound stillness enveloped me, inviting not accusation, but opportunity to release regrets and embrace renewal. A whisper of hope flickering like a candle in a storm. Courage to reconcile. Soft rain resumed, a soothing lullaby to the resolve deepening within me. With trembling fingers, I reached for my phone, hesitating as her number glowed. A darkness thick yet infused with hope. A prayerful breath steadied me, an act of courage prompted by divine nudge, an overwhelming offering of vulnerability. Her voice, when it came, was tentative, hinting at tender wounds, a fragile thread seeking connection. "Hi, Dad," she said, her words a tentative bridge over the gulf between us, a thread of hope in our fractured bond. "Sweetheart," I began, my emotions raw and exposed. "I've been thinking, praying I'm sorry for the things I've said, for holding on too tightly to my plans for you. I'm learning to let go. Can we start over?" My words trembled in the air, heavy with hope, a fragile architecture of reconciliation. The rain's cool caress mingled with a growing inner warmth, a confirmation that this small step was the beginning of healing. Her silence stretched a poignant pause before, "I'd like that. Dad, I've been wanting to hear from you." Her words were a balm to my weary spirit, a promise of dawn on the horizon. The call ended with a promise of new beginnings. Sketched in the streetlight's warm glow illuminating our tentative path, I lingered, embraced by the rain's lullaby and the nocturnal chorus, a tapestry of peace. The heart once burdened felt light, unshackled from regret. The Lord of Mercy illuminated a way through, a path less tethered by my design, open to His guiding hand. Each raindrop was a testament to grace, each star a promise of undimmed light, a dance of redemption orchestrated by unseen hands. Prayer transformed a night of regret into dawn's reconciliation, offering a revelation of restoration. Not just with her, but within my soul, a journey newly begun, under heaven's watch.
Shepherd of my soul, guide my steps anew. Teach me to hold my plans loosely, to trust your purpose and timing. Grant me humility to seek forgiveness and courage to renew love again. Amen.
In the fragile light of dawn, the fishing village lay enshrouded in the gentle embrace of serene expectation. The sea, cradled beneath a sky burdened with pre-storm clouds, murmured softly, its voice a reflection of the town's quiet heart. Stone cottages with moss-laden roofs and weathered docks appeared to hold their breath, suspended in the solemn pause between silence and the distant growl of impending change. Fishermen, seasoned by years of reading the sea's capricious moods, cast wary glances at the brooding heavens, the whispering wind a harbinger of what was to come. Inside the village chapel, its wooden benches honed and softened by the countless prayers of the devout, the air was palpably thick with anticipation. Here, old Anna sat in the front row, her hands tightly clasped, her whispered prayers weaving a tapestry of supplication to the Lord of Mercy's sunlight, filtered through stained glass, cascaded across her weathered face, painting her in hues of hope and faith. Her grandson, Jacob, had been absent for long, lost to the depths of anger and regret. But today, the winds carried with them a whisper of return, and her heart throbbed with a yearning deep as the abyssal ocean.
Shepherd of my soul, she murmured, her voice a fragile vessel buoyed by the weight of hope. Bring him home safely. A single tear traced a glistening path down her cheek, a river carving its course back to its source. Within these humble walls, Anna laid bare her soul, listening for the divine whisper carried on the winds.
The low rumble of thunder, distant yet insistent, hastened the villagers through their daily routines, eyes flitting skyward in search of solace among the brooding clouds. The scent of salt, mingling with the fragrance of fresh-baked bread, offered a comforting promise amidst the looming tempest. As the village bell tolled its somber note, the chapel quickly filled, all eyes turned expectantly to the doorway where a shadow stood. A silhouette from the annals of memory, Jacob, the prodigal son returning in weary contrition, bore the sea's breath upon him. The youthful certainty that once defined him had dimmed, and as he surveyed the room, his gaze locked with old Anna's, a silent exchange of sorrow and affection, bridging the gulf between them. She appeared smaller, yet the tenderness in her eyes reached out to him over the crowded pews within Jacob. A stirring began, a whisper urging him to step forward, to seek and to be sought.
Lord, grant me strength, Jacob prayed silently, the words echoing louder within his heart than the storm outside. It was a raw plea, a soul tethered by guilt seeking release, a solitary note in the symphony of his return.
As Jacob moved towards his grandmother, the village held its collective breath, whispered conversations fading into the background hum, kneeling beside her. He placed a hand gently on her knee, a gesture small yet profound. The air between them thickened with unspoken words as Anna rested her hand upon his, forging a bridge over their shared history of pain. Together, they bowed their heads, and Anna's voice, though shaky, rang with resolve as she lifted it in prayer. Holy One, help us release what is past, fill us with your peace. Her Her words were a balm, soothing away layers of hurt and regret, inviting healing to settle where shadows once loomed. The fervent prayer sent ripples through the gathered assembly, binding hearts with threads of compassion. A quiet resolve settled over Jacob, a realization that he could lay down his burdens, embrace forgiveness, and find redemption. His decision to seek forgiveness was both a prayer and its fulfillment.
In the gentle morning light, a simple table set by the chapel door offered bread and salt, symbols of hospitality, covenant and unspoken traditions. As the villagers gathered, Jacob approached the rough texture of the bread under his fingers, grounding him in the present, the weight of history and promise woven into its fibers. He caught sight of his grandmother's eyes, see reflected in them grace unearned yet freely bestowed. Together they broke the bread, a sacrament of reconciliation, a gesture signifying new beginnings. The salty ocean breeze swept through, purifying the air, a baptism of wind and wave as Jacob turned to face the villagers, his heart open to the community he once left behind. The storm loomed above, dark and foreboding, yet within the chapel remained a sanctuary of light and hope. Villagers joined in prayer, their voices rising in a harmonious chorus for safety, for one another, and for the young man finding his way back home. An anthem of faith and renewal. O Lord of the winds and tides, guide our hearts to forgive and be forgiven. May your love wash over us like gentle rain, transforming the storms.
Cacti, cracks in the earth. The sun, a relentless sphere in the sky, scorched the land into a barren expanse, its heat pressing down like an unyielding hand. John Thurman, a farmer with calloused hands that had known the texture of soil and the weight of labor, knelt on the parched earth that was once his vibrant cornfield. The air shimmered with heat, distorting the horizon. Gone was the aroma of fertile soil, replaced by the harsh, acrid scent of drought. Overcome by the sight of his withered crops, John sank to his knees, feeling the gritty soil beneath him seep into his skin like a silent accusation. In the silence, broken only by a mournful wind, whispering through the desolate fields, John whispered a prayer. Lord of mercy, his voice a fragile thread of hope, weaving through his desperation. The land cries out in thirst, all my labor is as dust without your rain.
Despite the sun's fierce stare, John remained resolute, clutching a rusted lantern from his father's time. This lantern was no mere relic, it was a beacon of hope passed through generations. Its bronze surface worn smooth by the hands of his ancestors. Guide us with your light, Lord, he prayed, eyes shut tight, yearning for a divine whisper in the wind, a sign amidst the silence. Weeks dragged on relentlessly, the drought tightening its grip, draining life from crops and hope from John's heart. Each day the sun rose higher, an unyielding sentinel, refusing to yield its place. The bank loomed nearby, a specter threatening to claim the farm that was his heritage, a place where his roots ran deep in the land. Shadows lengthened with the setting sun, casting an eerie pall over his life as evening fell, bringing with it a chill that seeped into his bones. In the barn, a refuge filled with echoes of laughter and family joy, now ghostly in their absence, John struck a match to light the lantern, its glow carving a niche of warmth in the encroaching darkness. Settling on the straw-strewn floor, the smell of hay mingling with the scent of old wood, wrapped around him like an old quilt. With a heart heavy yet yearning for solace, he offered a prayer of surrender. Shepherd of my soul, he began, his voice thick with emotion. I have tried to stand strong, yet I am weary. If it is your will, may I find the strength to choose light even when it costs me everything. The lantern's warmth seemed to chase away his doubts, the flickering light illuminating both the barn and John's troubled spirit. Clarity unfolded like an unexpected spring breeze, guiding him to share his salvaged grain, even at the risk of losing the farm, to help his neighbors who were as stricken by the drought as he was. A choice beneath winter's breath in, as John shared what he could with those around him. Each act of giving could form beneath an unyielding sky, eased the burdens upon his heart and rekindled a flame of hope within his chest. The lantern's glow faithfully accompanied him on nightly deliveries, its enduring light a testament to his resilient spirit and unyielding faith. One bitterly cold evening, while standing at the field's edge, the lantern's glow played upon frost-covered soil, revealing tiny star-like glimmers in the crystalline landscape. Under the weight of the frosty night, a promise seemed to whisper through the chill. Perhaps the worst had passed, perhaps light was on the horizon. First drops of gray, the promise of rain. John's heart swelled with the cautious joy as he stood beneath the canopy of clouds, offering a fervent prayer to the heavens. Holy One, let this be your blessing. His soul reaching upward in earnest petition, let the waters cover this parched land with your grace. A single cool raindrop touched his skin, then another and another, until the heavens released a gentle, nurturing rain, each drop a soothing comfort.
Quiet transformation. Act I, the broken chalk. In the bustling halls of Meadoridge Elementary, the clamor of young voices rose and fell like an untamed tide. Miss Thompson, standing at the blackboard, felt the weight of the chaos that enveloped her classroom. The amber glow of the afternoon sun filtered through the windows, casting a warm light on the room. Yet, despite the golden hue, an inexplicable loneliness settled within her, the noise around her amplifying her isolation. Her fingers closed around a piece of chalk, only to have it crumble instantly, leaving a powdery residue on her fingertips. The fragility of the chalk mirrored her own spirit, worn thin by constant disruptions. A paper airplane darted through the air, narrowly missing her head, a testament to the playful anarchy that thrived in room 204. Her patience, already frayed, was tested once again. Miss Thompson's eyes drifted to the unlit lamp on her desk, its base adorned with a mosaic of colorful glass. A gift from a former student, it was a beacon of kindness amidst the chaos. Seeking solace, she placed her hand gently upon the lamp and whispered, a plea for strength slipping from her lips. Shepherd of my soul, guide me through this moment of chaos. A secret kindness. The chaos calmed momentarily by her prayer. Miss Thompson sensed a tug at her heart, a persistent concern that lingered during recess. She surveyed the playground and noticed Lucas, a new student, sitting alone on a bench, his small form hunched over, eyes distant. He avoided the bustling lunch line, his gaze tinged with a longing she recognized all too well. A silent hunger, a shadow from her own childhood. Her heart ached for him, urging her to act, to reach beyond the confines of her role. As the day drew to a close and the classroom emptied, Miss Thompson rummaged through her purse and found a packet of crackers. She wrapped it tenderly in a napkin, her heart swelling with compassion. Approaching Lucas, she extended the small offering. For the walk home, she said softly, her voice a gentle whisper in the quiet room. His surprised smile and the way his eyes sparkled momentarily illuminated the somber atmosphere, a quiet acknowledgement of their shared understanding. Time seemed to pause, nature itself holding its breath, to honor this small act of kindness. Prayer of listening. That evening, the comfort of her modest living room wrapped around Miss Thompson like a warm embrace. The lamp, now lit, glowed warmly beside her, casting gentle, dancing shadows upon the walls. She sank into her favorite armchair, her thoughts a whirl of the day's events. Seeking clarity, she closed her eyes and whispered a prayer into the quiet room. Holy One, she prayed softly, Help me understand how to better serve those in need. Let waiting become worship. Let silence speak. As the silence deepened, a gentle assurance, soft as a whisper, enfolded her. She realized that her role as a teacher was just one facet of her purpose. There was work beyond the confines of the curriculum. A tender voice within her heart whispered, "There is always light to be found, even in the smallest acts of love." This revelation brought a sense of peace, a quiet confidence in her ability to make a difference. A new day dawns. The dawn of a new day brought clarity and purpose to Miss Thompson. As sunlight spilled through her kitchen window, she meticulously packed extra snacks, a silent vow to continue supporting Lucas and perhaps reach others in need. With renewed resolve, she walked into her classroom, the lamp now a beacon of hope, its warm light dispelling shadows. The room slowly filled with students, their energy infusing the air with curious mischief. Despite the challenges, Miss Thompson's heart swelled with gratitude for her role as their guide, their teacher, and perhaps their quiet guardian. She whispered a prayer of thanks, her spirit lifted by newfound purpose. "Thank you, Lord of Mercy, for using me to be an instrument of your peace."
Heavenly Father, shepherd of my soul,